Hi there. This video is going to walk you through our inventory management system within Scaleit USA. Now, we do have some basic inventory built in. That is our simple inventory module. And if all you're looking to do is capture, incoming versus outgoing, average price, and total amount on hand over a given time period, that would be built into our simple inventory, which is under Settings, Advanced, Inventory, Simple Inventory. If you're looking to do more advanced items with your inventory, such as process, transfer, or do inventory checks or more powerful reporting, that would be here on our advanced inventory section. So I'm going to go and open up my advanced inventory window, and this is for my scrap metal yard that I have set up. We have copper 1, 2, and some cans. You can have multiple storage locations per product. So you can have copper number 1-A, copper number 1-B. Um, or if you just want to set up one for each product you have, that can be done as well. We built in some handy items within the product setup that allows you to automatically create an inventory location for this product when you create it. Now, within the inventory window, there are a lot of things that you have access to. So we can do an inventory check, which, if you're walking around the yard and you want to say, hey, this is, October 1st, I'm going to do an inventory check, and this is what I have on hand now. So I'm going to go and just do that for copper number 1 real quick. And instead of 1,561, I'm just going to say I have 2,000 on hand now. Unit price of 3.05, and we'll just say put the date in for 10/1, even though we already are recording the date. So that resets my in and out and puts my quantity on hand at 2,000. Now, we did not lose any of that history for that storage location. We can still run past reports to see that history. If you need to do any sort of inventory transfers, let's say I had multiple copper number 1 storages set up, I could transfer from one to the other. Or, more importantly, inventory processing. So let's say I'm going to take copper number 2 and turn it into copper number 1. I can go here and do a process of copper number 2, and I'm going to process, we'll say 200 pounds, and I'm turning it into copper number 1. So let's go ahead and select that. And the result is 190 pounds. So there was a 10-pound loss during that process. And we'll do it at our $3.05 a pound set, and we'll just do demo here. And yes. So it reduced copper number 2 and put in 190 pounds in copper number 1. All of this is recording every action you take against that inventory location, so you can run a report and see what came in and what went out, what was processed, transferred, or any reductions in inventory that you can think of. We do have an overview button here, and if I click that, it will automatically open up the report window and just give you a quick printable overview of your inventory situation, current on-hand amounts. Again, these reports can be customized, different ones added. So this is running it for all the inventory locations I have. I did not specify just to do it for the scrap side. And if you do look, we do have some negative inventory amounts. While that is strange, it is allowed within our software if the setting is turned on. If you do not want to allow negative inventory to occur, that setting can be turned off. And if the scale operator decides to or tries to remove inventory from a location that does not have enough, it will stop them. So let's go ahead and go into the ticketing side of it. I'm going to go ahead and let's load in a vehicle and a seller, and I'm going to buy some copper number 1. And you notice it loaded inventory location 6, copper number 1. And I'm going to say I'm going to buy 250 pounds of it and finish. So since I selected that storage unit, it is going to then adjust my inventory accordingly and take in another 250 pounds. So based on the ticket direction, incoming product versus outgoing product, it knows which inventory to add or remove from based on this storage uh, item here. Now, let's go ahead and hop over to the aggregate side of things. No. And why there's really no difference, it just helps to see it with materials named what you're used to, and seeing a ticket in action. So I'm going to go ahead and load a ticket here, and we're going to be selling half-inch gravel. And we're going to say this is coming out of, say it's pile B. If I hover over it, it actually gives you a amount on hand as well. So let's go ahead and sell one more zero there, 12,000 pounds, and finish. And then let's go back into our inventory, and we're going to see that additional 12,000 pounds was taken out of this storage for half-inch gravel. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can transfer inventory, so from pile A to pile B. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer. Let's go ahead and do one from A into B. And we're just going to transfer 50,000 pounds. Demo. And OK. And we reduced pile A and added it to pile B. You can also move inventory between yards if you want to, take a load of whatever material it is from one yard to another. All of that is built right into Scaleit Weight. And it doesn't matter if you're using this for agricultural, for landfills, aggregate, or scrap. We have the ability to set up the inventory to process it the way you want to see it and have your reports. So when you create a new storage unit location, you go here and you can name it whatever you would like. I like to keep the names based on the product name. So since I already have road base, I'm just going to call this spot 2. Then I'm going to link road base to this, and you'll see it add down here. So you can transfer between these two since they have the same product assigned to them. This green is your amount on hand currently. Inventory amount is what you started off with when you did your last inventory check. So it will record that as well. So you can see where you started versus where you are now. And then you can cross-reference any additional reports or past tickets that you need to. And as I mentioned before, we have a lot of reports available for you on this. So I'm going to hop over to this report. And while we do have a lot built out, just let us know what you're looking for. And if we have one that's already made, we can get it set up on your PC or make any adjustments you need to others. So let's go down to this storage report by day, and I'm just going to do for the first 5 days. Now this report does not have any filters built into it, but we can and do have some that have filters built in so that you can say, okay, just show it to me for product A or product B. So this is looking at date ranges. You'll see my grain has stayed steady over the last few days with minor increases. I've had some up and down with my half-inch gravel. I've been buying or producing it and selling it. And then, copper has been staying pretty level. What is cool is that it breaks it down for you by date, each ticket you've done, what storage unit it went to, and what either went out or went into it. So like I said, this one is not filtering it by any specific product right now, but it is easy to do so. We have a filter built in for product, customer, and date ranges here for you. So this gives you each day what you had on hand in each location. Pretty handy report. We have various other inventory reports built in. So if I wanted to run, let's say, incoming product summary. So this is materials I'm buying. So this would be on the scrap metal side. And it will break down every item I've purchased over this date range and give me different averages, price purchased at, and amounts on hand as well. So I've only bought 2 items, copper 1 and 2, total pounds, average price, and total price that I purchased it at. So you can find these very handy and very helpful to help you run your business. And again, if there's any questions you have regarding our inventory, please feel free to reach out to us. I'll be more than happy to walk you through it on a live demo, or answer any additional questions you might have. Thank you. Have an awesome day and hope to talk to you soon.